Hey everyone, I hope you're having a really great day today. If you don't already know, Cody and I live in a Mercedes Sprinter van, and today we're going to take you through a tour of our van and how we live and run our studio out of our van. And we're just gonna show you around. We put overhead cabinets throughout our whole van, and they're held on by magnets so they stay shut when we're driving. This is where we store our oven and all of our cooking supplies. This cabinet is where we store a lot of our cooking condiments and rice and other stuff. We keep our spices up here, and not super organized, but we know where everything is, so it works for us. In this cabinet, we store all of our snacks and also our tea and our coffee. We usually use a French press for our coffee, and we use this vintage coffee grinder so that we don't have to use electricity. This cabinet is where we keep all of our activities. So Cody and I like to draw and paint, so we keep all of our art supplies in here. We have books and coloring books and sketchbooks. In this cabinet, we keep all of our accessories. Cody and I really like hats, so there's like a lot of hats in here. We have a dedicated cabinet just for hats. In this cabinet, this is where we keep all of our office supplies and our things that we use to run our business, like hard drives, headphones, all of our documents and papers are in here. Up here is our fantastic fan, and it has 3 settings. And it's one of the first things that we put in our van, and cutting a hole in the roof was pretty terrifying.
This is our kitchen area. We have this nice piece of granite that a family friend hooked us up with. It's black and it has copper flakes, which matches the rest of our accents. We went with a black sink as well to match the granite. We have 15-gallon water tank, so we really have to conserve our water quite a bit and really watch how much we're using. But running water drains to a dump tank. So here's our entire water setup. We fill our 15-gallon tank with this larger tube. There's an airflow tank, so when you put water in, air can come out. We used a Shurflo pump and a Shurflo accumulator tank so that you don't have to run the pump every time you turn on the water. When it reaches a certain PSI, it'll activate the pump. We also keep our cleaning supplies down here, like laundry detergent, garbage bags, spray bottles, cleaning rags.
This is our refrigerator, and it's a NovaCool. It's a super efficient refrigerator, so it doesn't draw a lot from our solar power or our battery. And it also has a freezer, which is awesome because we weren't expecting that. We also installed a silverware drawer above the refrigerator. And this is where we keep, all of our spoons and all of our utensils for cooking.
This is where we store our battery. And we have a very large battery. It's 255 amp hour battery, so it'll last us forever. The alternator charges the battery as well as solar. We use this battery monitor right here to keep track of how much we've used and what the levels are at. Here we keep all our dishes. They clank around while we're driving. It's really annoying. It goes like this. And then behind our dishes, we keep all our tools, screws, axes, drills, anything we need to fix or repair the van. And also 2 steins because we like beer. We installed our inverter right next to our battery, and we also installed 2 additional outlets by our bed so we can work and use our computers by our bed and not have to run a cord all the way over. This is our closet, and it's really, really large. When we built it, we were like, oh yeah, it's a great idea to have a huge closet, but now that we have it in here, we're like, wow, this is so big, and I don't know, it's kind of in the way, but it's nice because we can fit all of our stuff. So we made 2 different sides.
We're able to hang our clothes because it's so wide, so the hangers, you know, fit. This drawer is mine, and they're very deep and they have a lot of storage space in it, so I was able to fit all my clothes, which is crazy. Down here is Cody's drawer. So we each have our own drawer, and the one on the bottom we store our camera gear and our computers and backpacks and bags. So that's where we keep a lot of our work supplies. We keep the drawers latched and it holds them shut so that they don't fly open while we're driving. Thank you, giant closet. Up here we went to Lowe's and we found, like, in the plumbing area, some copper piping, which was cool because we were like, oh yeah, we could totally make our own curtain rod that will match everything else. And it's easy to just move them around. We weren't content with the gray headliner, and we also were going to install a shelf here, but then we realized that we're really tall and we like being able to stand up here so we don't like hit our head on a shelf. So we bought fabric and used headliner glue to put this fabric on here. It doesn't look perfect, but it looks pretty awesome. We like that it matches the rest of our curtains throughout the van. So up here we have a road atlas in case we get lost and we don't have GPS. Over here we have a traveling Buddha for good luck, and we also have a horse because Cody and I are both Year of the Horse. This is Skeletor, and he's a solar powered dancing skeleton that we keep in the front. This is Beezy, and he travels with us. I don't know where I got him, but he's kind of just been around for a while. This is our bed when it's down in sleeping position. We have to sleep kind of diagonal, and we kind of hang our feet off the end right here where the hallway is, I guess you could call that. One thing we do wish is that we made our closet a little smaller so that we could have a little more leg room. So we tried to make our benches as tall as we could, and we made little cabinet doors so that it's easy to grab stuff in here. Here is where we usually keep a lot of our camera gear, like our lighting equipment. We're trying to figure out a better way to store our snowboards, but for now, mine is in there, and Cody's we store behind the driver's seat. On this side, we store our camping chairs, and we have like a camping table. We also have our snowboard boots and all of our shoes like way over there on that side of the bed. We also keep Cody's rock climbing ropes and both of our rock climbing gear down here. When we first bought our van, the doors were a dark gray color, and we painted the whole inside of our van white, and once we shut the doors we realized that it didn't really match. We talked to my grandpa who works in an auto body shop, and he said it's really easy to just like paint a different color. And yeah, we think it looks a lot better. It makes it look a lot larger inside. When we're running our studio, we made it so that we were able to have a table and be able to sit on each side. So sometimes we work from bed, but it's more efficient to work from a table. So I'm going to show you how we set that up. Under this table piece in the center here, we installed a marine pedestal, and it locks in place when it's pushed down, and then if you unlock it, it telescopes upwards. It becomes a table, and then these two benches become our seats. We run a creative studio out of our van. It's kind of difficult to run a studio out of a Sprinter van. The hardest thing to do is, you know, find internet if you're in a remote area. The best thing about it is that we're able to work with anybody all over the world. We can drive anywhere and work with that person wherever they are. It's also really inspiring as a creative to be able to park anywhere and to have like a beautiful view of, you know, the desert or the ocean or a lake while you're working. It kind of just makes it awesome. Thanks for watching our vlog, and we're really excited that you guys like these videos, and if you enjoyed this one, there are definitely more coming. We're going to be sharing a little more behind the scenes of how we work and how we live and kind of just silly random stuff we do. If you have any questions about anything that we built in our van, feel free to leave a comment below and we'll get back to you immediately.
I don't know what to say. I'm not good at this part. This is not me. I can just sit here. Is that all I
It's
can
probably good.